MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions. Repel Pest Solutions is a full-service pest control company protecting residential and commercial properties from nuisance pests that carry germs and diseases. They are a small, family-run business from Marshfield, licensed, insured, competitively priced. We work to understand your needs and offer an integrated pest solution that's environmentally friendly. Don't be afraid to bug us. Moi Health and Wellness. Moi Health and Wellness is owned and operated by nurse practitioner Christine Murphy. We are an integrative wellness center offering medical weight loss, men's testosterone therapy, functional medicine consults and labs, vitamin therapy, Advadex laser skin resurfacing, Botox and dye sport, teeth whitening, and so much more. Moi Health and Wellness has 3 locations in Lakeville, Marshfield, and Plymouth. Road to Responsibility. Founded in 1988, Road to Responsibility's mission is to provide the means, the opportunity, and the support necessary to allow citizens with disabilities to take their place as productive members of the community. We are committed to providing all individuals with opportunities to truly live in the community. Through our services, we are proud to enrich and improve the lives of every individual, one person at a time. Biviano General Contracting. Biviano General Contracting is Marshfield's leading custom modular house builder. Modular house building saves time and money. Only 8 to 12 weeks for the entire build and saves up to 25% compared to traditional building. We also offer custom deck building, kitchen and bathroom remodels, additions, and house elevations. More information can be found at bivianocontracting.com. And ABC and LTC Insurance Agency. ABC and LTC Insurance Agency offers clients the best competitive premiums for their insurance needs. From homeowners insurance to auto insurance to business insurance, we handle it all. Based right here in Marshfield, we find people who are looking to save on their insurance rates and make sure they are covered properly and thoroughly in the event of a claim.
Gentlemen, welcome to Marshfield High School here on Senior Night. Today we got the Marshfield Rams taking on the Plymouth North Eagles. I'm Tyler Pinheiro, joined here with Andrew Youngworth. Andrew, Senior Night's one of the best nights of the year in any sport. You know, you get to see all these seniors on their last ride, all get a starting nod in today's game. So you as a senior now, what does Senior Night mean to you?
Senior night for soccer and basketball for me was an unbelievable time. I had a ton of fun in both. I can't wait to see what we got going on here today for the baseball squad. If you look out, you see Marshall warming up right now. We got all 9 players, seniors out there. On the bump today is Will Carey. Catching for him is Jacob Braun. That's a duo you love to see. We got Moss at first base, which he has played a couple times. But today we have Jack Doherty at shortstop and Owen Cregan at second base, which is a little bit different for the team. Usually, Jack Doherty is second base and Owen Cregan is at third. Today at third base is Mike Papura, who has done a phenomenal job all season.
Mike Papura, that kid's got an unbelievable glove. And then we take a look at the outfield. In center field, we got the solo senior captain, I believe, Anderson Dalton, manning down center field, usually in right field. But right field today, we got the man, the myth, the legend, Alden Scopanetti out here, man, in right field. And then I believe you said
Darian McGonigal.
In left is Darian McGonigal.
Yep.
So all senior lineup here today.
And the stakes of playoffs are still right there for Marshfield. Right now, they're ranked 30th, which is a playoff berth at 5-12.
That is a
and
playoff
their strength
spot.
of schedule is going to rise from this game, as Plymouth North, I believe, is number 1. Yes, they are. Plymouth North is number 1 in this state in D2. So Marshfield's strength of schedule will get a rise from this game, regardless of the result. But let's see if we can have some senior magic occur today here at Marshfield.
We've seen crazier things happen on senior nights in any sport.
Yes, we
Some
have.
would say. We saw Jaden Silva and Justin Lemire both score touchdowns last year for football. So anything can happen here on senior
This
night.
Plymouth North team is no joke, though. This was not the intended senior night. It was supposed to be against Silver Lake, but it got rained out, so it was moved to today. Because having a senior night game against Plymouth North is unbelievable. A win against Plymouth North on senior night would be one of the greatest things I've ever seen in Marshfield baseball history, and we saw a perfect game happen.
We did see a perfect game happen. That was probably one of the best games I've ever called. I'm hoping now here on the play-by-play mic I can get a home run call or something like that, something else to add to the magic. So here's the first pitch. That one's going to fall in there for a ball from Carey. Carey, I haven't been here for most of the season, Andrew. Has Carey gotten a lot of action on the bump this year?
Carey has had some decent action on the bump. He's not necessarily the team's ace. The ace is Daniel Lumba, the junior, but Carey has had a couple reps on the mound this year, and he's done a phenomenal job. Carey is really accurate.
I'm yet to see Lumba pitch. I'm hoping I can catch him one more time this season before the season wraps. So that ball's going to get hit foul there. Now the count's going to be even at 1-1. It's getting chilly. I don't have a lot of hair, so I got to get my hood on.
I really can't believe it's May 20th and it's 50 degrees. I can't believe I'm in a hoodie and pants with my hood on.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
In the middle of May to late May.
We're wearing the same pants.
Yes, we are.
Nice. You got good taste.
Shout out Nike, sponsor us.
Yep, sponsor MCM Nike. We're a great organization.
Nike should sponsor MCM. They benefit a lot.
Counts now 1-2. That ball's low in the dirt. Ron can't scoop it, but there's no one on base, so no one advances. Counts even now at 2-2. Carey looking for the putout pitch here. Andrew, what would you throw here if you're Carey?
If I'm Carey, I'm just going to throw the fastball. Sometimes Carey gets a little bit nervous, so I'm hoping Carey can just take his time, just throw it in the strike zone.
Here's the pitch. That one's going to be low. Looked like he threw a slider or a curveball.
He tried to throw a curveball there.
Curveball, okay. I think you got him. Yeah, I think you got to challenge him now with the heater. Now
Yeah.
Counts full.
Carey can throw some heat, so let's see what he can throw here.
First full count of the day. This pitch. Smacks that one on the ground. Over to Papura. Good glove there by Papura. Flicks it over to Moss, and that's going to be out number 1.
Mikey P has done a phenomenal job at third base all year. Like you said, Mikey P has such a good scoop with the glove.
He reminds me of Nolan Arenado out there over at third base. Bat can
really
be on or
does.
off, but the glove is always on. The glove never shuts off. All right, up to bat now. This is outfielder Noah McKenzie, the left-handed bat for Plymouth North. Carey got one up, one down so far. So he's looking to continue the straight stretch on here. Here's the pitch.
That's in there.
That's going to be in there for a strike, so good dot there from Carey. Carey, I heard, is going to the University of Rhode Island,
He
where
is.
several great Marshfield alum have gone.
Oh, yeah? Who else has gone there?
Myself, Jack McSorley.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Another MCM intern,
Of course, Tyler Pinheiro.
and plenty others.
Repping URI.
And now we got a Syracuse man here as well, Mr. Youngworth. Congratulations
Of
again.
course. Thank you, thank you.
I will say McKenzie's got an awesome bat. You gotta love the orange bat.
It sticks out.
Yep. I had one of those when I was playing Little League. He's gonna be a little late to that one and smack it foul.
Back in the day.
I think now if I was playing, I'd either want the pencil bat or I'd want a torpedo bat.
The pencil bat would be so tough. Do they make torpedo metal bats?
No, they don't, but I think they should. So we might have to go do some brainstorming after this for a new business model.
Camera's super crooked. I apologize. We'll fix it.
0-2 count
Between
here.
the
Here's the
first
pitch
inning.
from Carey. Curveball's down there in the dirt. Probably touched home plate. And now count's going to be 1-2. One out here in the top of the first inning. His pitch. Swings through that
Swing
one.
on
That's
this.
strike 3.
Great stuff there from Will Carey.
Carey 2 quick outs here now in the top of the first inning. Leaving the outfielders with not as much work to do, with the hitters barely getting any contact on the ball.
Number 10, Will Novak.
All right, up to bat now in the 3 spot. This is outfielder Will Novak, one of the Novak twins here on the Plymouth North Eagles. Both Novak twins are elite ball players.
I've heard the Novaks are very, very good. I was at a couple weeks ago when Marshfield traveled to Plymouth North. Me and a couple of my friends went for a little bit, and Plymouth North opened the gates early. I believe the score was 4-0 at the end of the second. So You got to take advantage of these types of opportunities while you can. Get some outs here.
There's pitch number 2. That one's going to be low, so that's going to be ball 2. 2-0 count here. Carey's got himself in a little bit of a jam right now, trying to get out of it. I think you just got to put a fastball in the strike zone here and either hope weak contact or he misses it completely.
I'd prefer a ball in play and trust the fielders, especially your seniors.
You got all Gold Glovers out there. Good framing there from Jacob Braun to get the strike call.
Yeah, you're Will Carey. You're a senior. You're surrounded by other seniors around you. Like, you just gotta trust one another. If the ball's in play, you gotta be able to trust your seniors.
Definitely think the energy is shifted here for this Marshfield baseball team, as that one's going to get hit softly onto the ground. Are they going to say that's a foul ball?
I think they said that it hit him.
Hit him? Okay.
Maybe like his hand hit the ball in play.
Maybe.
Which I think still counts as a hit. I'm not really sure what the call was. If the ball hits your hand in play, it still counts, doesn't it?
I believe so.
Like strictly like your hands that are.
I think if it hits your hand, I think it's a hit by pitch. So maybe it didn't go far enough. But regardless, Carey's just going to step back up onto the bump. Now he sets. There goes the pitch. Swings at that one, but makes very weak contact. It's going to be another foul ball. As the count has gone away from the screen. Oh, now it's back. We're at an even
2-2. Yep.
Even 2-2. Carey's setting up. And on deck for the Eagles is number 15. That's Danny Kenny. As that ball's going to get hit right over to Doherty at short, and Doherty makes an error. Can't scoop that one, so Novak's going to reach first base safely on an error.
Like I said, Doherty not used to shortstop. He's usually a second baseman, so that might just be a reposition error.
Yeah, it happens. Nobody's perfect.
So hopefully Doherty got his error out of the way for the day. Carey's still done a phenomenal job pitching so far against this tough Eagles team. I mean, again, number 1 in the state.
Now here comes Danny Kenny up to the bat.
Kenny.
Big lefty, has a lot of resemblance of David Ortiz out here.
He actually is a power hitter.
So you might want to watch out for your windshield if you're parked in the outfield. As we got a steal attempt here, and that one's going to get past Braun. So now Novak's going to dig into third base, and he's going to reach successfully. And that one's going to be an error by Braun into the outfield. But Doherty's there to clean that one up, so avoided a major error right there of allowing a run off of a double error. 3
straight mistakes almost made it a 1-0 ball game.
So now,
that's the type of thing if you're Marshall that you cannot do, because Plymouth North has not been on top of the bats so far. If you're Marshall, you got to take advantage of these opportunities. You can't be slipping up.
So Marshall goes from having only a runner on first base after an error from Doherty after a wild pitch that led to Novak getting all the way to third base. That one's going to fall for a strike. Good recovery there from Will Carey as he evens up the count at 1-1. Now Carey's in a serious jam, trying to get out of this inning scoreless. Both dugouts are getting pretty rowdy right now. That's what you love to see. That ball is going to get hit on a line, going over to center field. Dalton's tracking it. That one's going to fall into the right field gap for what should be a double. Kenny's going to round first, and he's going to make his way into second with a stand-up double, and Novak's going to score. So that's going to be a quick 1-0 game in favor of the Eagles.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about. You got to put the Eagles away while you can, because eventually they'll catch on. They'll get back to the way they play baseball. Plymouth North, very, very good team at the plate.
You were saying that Kenny had a lot of power in that bat, but that was great opposite field power there from Kenny. Yeah, that's not easy to do.
Yeah, he hit one bounce to the fence oppo. I mean, you don't see that often.
So now here comes a pinch runner as that high five might have shattered the sound system right there.
I was just about to say that. That was
powerful.
I felt that in my bones.
So pinch running here for Kenny is going to be number 19. That's Nick Murata. So now I believe this is the catcher, according to David Snow, McLeish. So now Carey has allowed one as a runner on second. That ball's going to be high. That's going to be ball 1. Here's the second pitch. That one's going to be super inside. Almost hits him on the hand right there. That's going to be ball 2. So now
Carey just needs to calm himself down here.
Carey looks a little rattled now. Pitch. Carey tries to get the pickoff attempt. Doesn't work there. Murata was ready for that one. I'm guessing the kid can fly, as he's taking a decent lead here from second base. Carey's going to look back. Pitch. Swings right through that one. Good pitch there from Will Carey to get a strike on the board.
I mean, he wanted all of that one. He swung through that baseball.
Now McLeish still ahead in the count, up 2-1. But that's a good, mental refresh there for Carey, seeing a strike go through. His pitch. That one's missed on a strike. He was a little low on that one. Good high heater there from Carey.
Now Carey back in the 2-2. Hopefully this calms him down a little bit. Every at bat, sometimes he'll be super tense and sometimes he's super poised.
Sometimes all a pitcher needs is just one out to reset their mind. Fresh slate, if you would say.
Absolutely.
Here's the pitch from Carey. That one gets hit really hard, but that's going to go backwards.
Wow.
Doesn't hit a car somehow.
Wow, I really thought that was car.
So Safe Light Auto Glass, Tiny & Sons Auto Glass, any of those insurance companies that deal with automotive accidents, you guys just didn't get a customer right there, unfortunately.
Automotive, that's a good word.
Automotive, yeah.
That's a good word.
I feel like a lot of syllables, a lot of different letters.
Yeah, really.
Here's the pitch. That one's going to get popped up. That's going to stay in the infield. Cregan's going to get under that one, catches it, and that's going to be out number 3. So good way to calm the storm there from Will Carey after letting up a run on what was, I believe, a double error or a wild pitch and an error. So Marshfield's only going to be down 1 going into the bottom of the first inning. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions, Moi Health and Wellness, Road to Responsibility,
Biviano General Contracting,
and ABC and LTC Insurance Agency.
And welcome back to Marshfield High School, as we're seeing all of the Monster Energy that Andrew's going to consume here on senior video night. Andrew, you excited for that?
Where's my mic?
It's right there.
Leading off from Marshfield.
Headset was on backwards. Yeah, I'm ecstatic.
Jack Doherty.
We got Jack batting leadoff here today.
We'll get back to the Monster Energy question, but here is Jack Doherty, a fellow MCM intern and grade 2 sport athlete, playing short today. As Pearson, we were watching Pearson warm up before the game. Kid is an animal apparently on the mound. He throws an absolute
Oh my God,
heat.
Pearson is disgusting.
Throws a curveball that goes about 80 miles per hour, which is I think 10 to 15 miles per hour faster than your average curveball. So the dude's definitely a nightmare to face if you're a batter.
I mean, I wouldn't say the curveball was 80 miles an hour, but it was fast to say the least.
I will say this: if I was facing that curveball, I would look silly out there at the plate.
Yeah, it's not easy to hit. I'm excited to see what the rest of the lineup is here today, because Doherty batting leadoff caught me off guard.
Hey, I hear the kid has decent power. That one's going to go down the line. That's going to stay.
That's a foul
Not going to stay fair. It's going to go foul ball.
That's the right call. It definitely was a foul ball.
So a good scoop there by the first baseman, but Doherty stays alive. Count's going to be 1-2.
Tyler, place your bets now. Who is batting 5th today?
Batting 5th.
My guess is Alden Sculcanetti.
So this is after the cleanup spot. So we're looking at a contact guy here. I'm gonna go Cregan. I'm going to go Cregan.
Cregan's a good guess.
I'm going to say Cregan because, after you got that cleanup hitter batting, you need a good contact hitter. Just ease the team, get someone on base. There's a pitch. Doherty smacks that one on the line. It's going to get past the first baseman, and Doherty's going to be in there with a single. Right out way to start the game. Good hit in there from Jack Doherty.
Great stuff there from Doherty.
So now, Andrew, does Doherty have a lot of wheels? Do you think we could see him try to take second
Oh
here?
yeah, Doherty's quick. I think we'll see him try to steal here. Now we got Dalto batting second.
Now batting.
Dalto got a lot
number
of power.
23.
He's a great photographer too.
Dalton.
Anderson Dalton.
Anderson Dalton up to the plate. Kids playing college baseball too at Mass Maritime next year. So be ready. That ball's gonna get past the first baseman. Caught me completely off guard. Pearson tried to pick off Doherty. Now Doherty's gonna route second and take into third. That one's gonna get over his head, and Doherty's gonna make his way to third base. What just happened, Andrew?
Oh my goodness! Smart running from Jack Doherty there. You can see Mr. Bat is jumping, waving his arms, telling Dust to go to third. And now, just like that, Plymouth North makes a Marshfield type of mistake. And now Marshfield has a runner at third base for Anderson Dalton.
You could call it even now. Both teams made the same type of error, and now Dalton got aggressive on that one. He's going to miss the pitch. Andrew, I'm still in shock at what just happened right there. We looked away for 1 second, and the ball was over by us, and Doherty just got on his horse and made it all the way over to third base.
I mean, yeah, I expected him to steal a second, but I did not expect him to be in third 20 seconds after we said that.
I mean, I give the first baseman a lot of credit. He almost hosed him.
Oh, my God, yeah.
He had the arm strength, he just didn't have the accuracy.
That was an absolute dot.
Kind of like Juan Soto. Has the arm strength, doesn't have the accuracy. That's going to be in for a ball, as you could hear from the Marshfield dugout, getting all excited for their captain.
Yeah, the Marshfield dugout gets rowdy.
Wouldn't want it any other way, personally. Dalton smacks that one foul. That one might be going for a car. No, that one's in the middle of the road.
That one's road, yep.
So if you're on Forest Street, you could go find a baseball right now.
And if you're not on Forest Street, then neither is almost anyone else in the world.
And you don't get any Chick-fil-A later.
No, you do not. Well, some people might.
Some people might.
Some people in the world will probably get Chick-fil-A, I would guess.
Yeah, but you won't get it out of, like, the truck that's coming to the baseball. Has sentiment of the, here they cook the chicken extra crispy.
I hope so.
I'm looking forward to that after the game. I don't know about you. Now,
I couldn't agree more.
Pearson Setch trying to get out of this little rattle that he's in. Goes that one in for a ball, so now we've had a full count now on each side of the plate now. One for Plymouth North, one for Marshfield.
That's going to be number 2 in the day in the full count counter.
There's the pitch. That one's going to go by for a ball. Dalton's going to walk. So now, Andrew, as Dalton is making his way over to first base, I can't help but notice his beautiful green jersey. I need a fit check from you today.
Okay, so the Marshfield jerseys, they're solid. You know, I would argue basic font in the back. They could have got more creative there. But you got to love the green on gray. Yeah. Plymouth North, though, I mean, those are some beautiful jerseys. The black and
you can never go wrong.
Black. The blue and gray pinstripes.
Can never go wrong with the pinstripes.
Those are clean.
Like
those
I said,
are so clean.
Even though the Chicago White Sox might be the worst baseball team ever established right now,
the South Side.
Those new City Connect jerseys, the Chicago
Bulls ones,
and the South Side ones. Actually, not to bring it up.
No, but they ruined it with the sleeves, though.
Yeah,
the White Sox.
The sleeves are kind of
ruined by the sleeves.
But their pinstripe jerseys always make up for it. So here's Papura batting in the 3-hole spot. You know, Papura's got a lot of power in that bat, looking to swing for the fence as he's super late on that one. That's going to be strike one.
I think we'll be seeing Dalto steal second base.
Dalton's getting antsy over there. When you got runners on the corner, you normally want to fly.
Look at that lead there.
Pearson doesn't want to pick off again. Dalton's going to fly. There he goes. Catcher tries to hose him, and he's going to get him. Good read there from McLeish, the catcher, as Dalton's going to get gunned on his way over to second base. Looked like Pearson put his entire arm into that one just so he could get it to the catcher in time to catch Dalton.
What a throw there from the catcher. I mean, that ball was on a rope.
So, I mean, good effort there from Anderson Dalton, but that's just an absolute cannon there from the catcher, McLeish. That's going to fall in for strike 2. Oh, no, it's going to be ball 1.
No, that's a strikeout.
Oh, it is a strikeout. Huh.
That's all right.
Who's running the scoreboard? Now the scoreboard says full count.
We were both wrong. I believe Darren McGonigal is going to be batting 5th. Now we got Tore up, though.
We just had no outs and a runner on 3rd. Now we got 2 very quick ones. But this guy, Tor Moss, knows how to drive in a batter. As Pearson goes for Moss's head right there and just misses him.
funny. Pearson was so accurate on the side over here when he was warming up in front of us. Now he takes the mound, and Pearson's lost a lot of that.
Moss is going to smack that one back.
That
Is
is
that one
road.
going for a car?
That's
That
road.
is not in the road. That is not going to hit a
It was
car. That's going
close.
to be in
It
the
was
road.
close.
That truck almost got hit right there, but he stayed safe. Now Moss in a 1-1 count. They're going to call that one a strike, so they're going to say Pearson clipped the corner on that one. Pretty good dot there from Pearson.
Painting corners, man. Painting corners.
They call him Pearson Da Vinci, I guess. Moss is going to check his swing. They're going to say he doesn't go. Catcher's going to bobble that one.
Moss almost fell for it, though. That was a really, really good pitch.
Absolutely disgusting curveball, as we saw firsthand right in front of us earlier. Andrew, I saw one of the pitchers earlier throwing a knuckleball. I'm hoping to see that later. Moss is going to spike that one on the ground. Going to go foul. Doherty was ready to get home. Now Moss still alive, 2-2 count. Trying to drive in Doherty from third base. If Plymouth North can get out of having a runner on third with no out, that's going to be a huge break for them.
Be a huge break for them. Tough break for Marshfield.
Moss is going to smack that one on the ground. Third baseman's going to field that one cleanly. He made that one look a little easy. And Moss is going to be out there on the ground at a third. So Marshfield got a runner all the way over to third base, but couldn't bring him home. Your score after one inning is going to be 1-0 in favor of the Plymouth North Eagles. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions, Moi Health and Wellness, Road to Responsibility,
Biviano General Contracting.
and ABC and LTC Insurance Agency.
All right, welcome back here to Marshfield High School. Marshfield couldn't get a run there in the bottom of the first inning, but now they're back here on the bump. Carey's still out here wheeling and dealing. I believe up to bat for Plymouth North. It's tough for me to see the number right here. So he's going to swing through that one. That's going to be strike one, 1-1 count.
Carey throwing absolute gas on the mound today. The batter was a little bit late on that swing.
You know the motto, no changeup, no curveball, straight gas. That's what I'm liking so far from Carey. That ball's going to bounce in there for a ball. Counts now 2-1. Andrew, I do want to say I want to give you a lot of credit right now. You know, you have a very busy week ahead of you, your last week of school. I'm hoping you're enjoying Spirit Week. But, I'm also hoping, you're keeping your stress levels, at a minimum.
I'm enjoying it as much as I can, man. I mean, it's fun. I will say, though, the weather being bad is kind of a little bit of a mood killer all week.
A little bit, yeah. One of the quotes that Shaq would always tell us last year is you got to suck the life out of high school.
Yep, still says it.
One of the best quotes that I've ever heard in my entire life.
Still says it. Shout out to Shaq, man. Shout out to Shaq. Suck the life out of high school.
So now we're at full count number 3 on the day.
Full count counter number 3, baby.
Carey trying to get the strikeout. Smacks that one on a line. Pinheiro with that gold glove's going to field it. And that's going to be out number 1.
Just got him.
So I'm trying to see that number.
28.
That was number 28. So that was Jake Novak, the other Novak brother.
Now batting second base.
So he didn't get as lucky as his brother on that one to reach
Henry
base.
Novak.
Did I just hear a third Novak or Novik?
Number 1.
Number 1, Henry Novik. Ah, okay. So there's Novik and then there's 2 Novaks. But this is Henry Novik. So that first pitch there is going to be a ball. So now Novik steps back into the box. Carey trying to get first strike of this at-bat. Here's the pitch. Gonna foul that one off. Looked like he swung downward at that one.
He did. Carey had a nice curveball there, making him swing. Carey has a decent off-speed pitch there.
When a pitcher has a good curveball, it makes him dangerous.
Absolutely, especially in high school.
Yep. I think I would try to add a slurve to my bag if I was pitching. That one's going to be in for a strike. Carey dots the inside
Good
corner right
pitch.
there. So Carey continuing to shove right now. Now looking for his put-out pitch here. I think you got to go high heater.
See where he throws it.
Beautiful curveball. Novik was just sitting back on that and
I
let
like
it
the
drop.
idea there from Carey. I really do.
Very impressive curveball to say the least, even though didn't get the swing that he wanted.
Agreed, agreed.
So now Carey sets. There's the pitch. That one's going to get hit on the ground over to Cregan over at second. Cregan makes the play, flicks it over to Moss, and they're going to call him safe. So Cregan a little late to get the throw off right there. So Novik's going to reach base successfully.
Yeah, Cregan unable to field it in time. Now Novik safe at first. Tough break there for the Rams.
Number 44.
Novik just has some serious wheels.
But Carey doing a good job so far on the mound, I would say.
So now up to bat, here's a deer for the Eagles. Carey now he's just going to try and get a deer to roll over here and ground into a double play. As Novik's taking a pretty serious lead. Might see him fly on the first pitch. Doesn't think so. Saw the gas
Nice
and hit the
pitch.
brakes.
Great speed there from Will Carey. Tyler, do you think that at one point Battis puts in some of the juniors?
I think so. I think if we see this become like a very close game, I think for defensive purposes, we'll see guys like the Summer Twins go in. We might see Feldman go in as Novik's going to take off. Braun doesn't even attempt to throw him out there as that pitch was outside for a ball.
I think that's actually a smart idea there from Braun.
So now double play is no longer in play, and Plymouth North's going to have a runner in scoring position. Andrew, as to what you're saying, I think if they keep the game close going into like the 6th inning, I think Battles will make the call to get some defense out there. Probably put people back in their like natural positions.
Good frame there from Braun.
Excellent frame there from Braun to get the strike call. So now count's going to be 1-2. Here's the pitch from Carey. Oh, what did that hit?
They're going to say it hit him.
I think they're saying that hit the batter. So batter's going to reach base successfully now.
So now all of a sudden we got first and second. So a double play is back in play, but we just got more runners on base.
I wouldn't be surprised if a deer just goes right away.
Well, a deer can't go because... Wait. Yeah, a deer can't go. We got.
Oh, we do. Oh, I thought.
Novik's on second.
I thought Novik went and took third base. My apologies. All right, so now here's Shosted up to the plate. Carey just trying to get out of this jam that he's in. Both runners are going to take a good lead, and they're going to pull the double steal. I see he's going to foul that one off, so they're going to have to put it in reverse and go back to the original base.
I don't think I've ever seen a double steal in Patriot League baseball. I'm not going to lie. That might have been the first time I've seen that. Now, if you're Plymouth North, do you try it again?
Potentially. I think you got to try and read the signs here.
You got to test the seniors here.
Yep.
I think that's what Plymouth North is kind of trying to do.
Yep. Cregan's ready for the pickoff. They're not going to go. That ball's going to be outside. Carey's just being cautious now. of the steal attempt.
Does Braun throw to second or third? You got to imagine he tries third.
I think
here,
you
right?
have to try third. I think it's easier to throw someone out of third because it's less distance, I think. Not by that much, but I think it's a little less distance. It might be difficult, though, dealing with the right-handed batter.
That smacks the glove.
Good
right
framing there from Jacob Braun. That's going to be a strike. So now 1-2 count here. Now Carey's given up a lot of two-strike base runners here today, trying to finally punch him out. I think he's still looking for his first K of the day, if I'm not mistaken. There's the pitch. Runner's going to go over to third. Papura going to field it. They're going to say that ball went foul.
Novik stealed, but Adair didn't on that last play.
I think they were.
So Plymouth North is definitely still threatening this steal on a 1-2 count here.
I think at worst they were trying to see if they could only get one out there and have the runner over there at third in case of a base hit or anything. Now Novik's going to take a pretty serious lead. Same with Adair. Going to fire back. Cregan was ready for it, but so was Novik. Runner's going to be safe. Adair going to take a pretty serious lead. Moss isn't even covering the bag right now. Both runners are going to fly. That one's going to go foul. That one's going to hit the bus, I think. It does not. It goes right behind the bus.
I mean, these two runners are just trying to steal. They just can't do it.
Yeah,
Every time they're about to steal, it's a foul ball.
It's looking like they're just trying to catch their breath at every few pitches. That's why they're not going every time. So now Adair is going to take that crazy lead that he's been taking the whole time. There's the pitch. Barely smacks that one on a line. Carey's going to run over to first base. Little miscommunication there from Moss and Carey. So now base runner is going to reach base successfully. Not over there.
Now
is
it's
Showstead. So now the bases are juiced.
Now batting.
Not a great play
number
right there
2,
from the
Matt
infield.
Nardone.
So now Marshfield's going to call a mound visit. Battis is going to go out there, and the infield's all going to come in.
Battis, I don't believe Battis is taking carry out. I think they're just going to discuss because Marshall has made a bunch of mistakes today that did not need to happen.
So we're
Plymouth North has not been playing their best game.
They have not been playing their best game, but right now they're starting to find their groove. Just being patient with Carey at the plate, not swinging at his off speed or anything like that. And now we've seen what happened. They had the bases juiced here with only one out. So we're not going to go anywhere. We're going to keep you here during the mound visit. Andrew, what do you think Marshall has to do right now to get out of this jam? Because we've seen errors happen. We saw miscommunication plays like that. Carey hasn't been able to get out of a two-strike count.
Marshall just needs to slow it down. All the seniors, everyone out there just needs to slow it down. Because a bunch of Marshall's mistakes that's giving Plymouth North these opportunities.
You know, we don't
yes, Plymouth North is a very good team. They're one of the best in the state, but right now it seems like Marshall is beating themselves as far.
Looks like first base coach is calling for leadoff for all batters here. So I think they all have the green light to fly if the ball gets off the bat.
Right now, any ball into the outfield scores a run for the Eagles.
So that first pitch is going to be a strike. Carey looking to see if he can get his first strikeout here. So Showstead's going to take a crazy lead. That ball is going to get slammed back.
Wow.
Doesn't hit a car.
Made its way through.
So they're going to survive yet again. Carey now got another 0-2 count, trying to finally put a batter away. Carey sets. Now he steps. Here's the pitch. That ball's going to go very low. We could catch that from Braun to save the run.
Got a 1-2 count here with an out of strikeout here would be astronomically huge.
That would be a very key play. 1-2 count. Carey waiting for Braun's sign. Now Braun's ready. Here's the pitch. That one's going to go very far into the ground. Carey having trouble reaching the plate on some of these off-speed pitches.
Yeah, they're tough to control. That was a great block there from Braun, keeping the ball in front of him.
Don't see anyone warming up in the bullpen right now from Marshfield, so Battis is going to keep it with Carey. Moss is ready for the bunt. He's playing tight up. That one's going to get hit on a rope. That's going to fall into right field. Scolpinetti's going to pick that, hit his cutoff man, Moss. So Scolpinetti's going to limit the damage there, get it in time to Moss, so it's only going to be one run to score there for the Eagles as they go up 2-0.
Great play from Scolpinetti there, able to save a run. I mean, solid hit. You can't really do anything about it, but Scolpi able to eliminate it, making the best case scenario out of what happened there for the Rams.
Perfect scoop right there from the right fielder. So now up to bat, we got another batter. using the orange bat. Love to see it. This is Noah McKenzie for the Eagles.
Marshall's got to look to get an out here because with one out still, bases juice, Plymouth North could really do some serious damage here in the top of the second inning.
Here's the pitch from Carey. That ball's going to get smacked on the line. It's going to go over to Scopanetti again. Moss couldn't make the play. Throws it to the cutoff man. Scopanetti couldn't get it there in time. So North is going to score 2 runs on that one, extending their lead to 4-0.
That's what I mean, man. You got to take advantage of the Eagles while you can. Another good stop there from Scopanetti. Able to limit the damage. This time 2 runs come around. And now that's going to make it a 4-0 ball game. Runners on first and second here for the Eagles. Still 1 out.
Now batting.
Inning is far from
fielder,
over. Eagles could still
10,
tack on more
Will
damage.
Novak.
So now back up. The order's going to turn around. Here's Will Novak, leadoff man here for the Eagles. I don't think leadoff man. I think he batted third. That one's going to get hit up. That's going to come towards me and you. J.D. Ambrose better watch his head.
Oh,
that
my
one almost
goodness.
hits a person, but the guy on the camera caught it. Shout out to him.
Oh.
Wow.
Passing by right now is Jack Laporte and J.D. Ambrose.
Some distinguished gentleman over. Yeah. That would not have been good for Mr. Ambrose. He's got to teach me how to golf pretty soon.
J.D. Ambrose quite good at golf.
Quite good at golf, I will say. He's
Playing
pretty-
college
pretty
golf.
good. He is playing college golf. I forgot about that.
All right, well, everyone is still intact here.
Everyone's still breathing. We're all still alive. Counts 0-1. People are like, calling their family members.
Oh my God, heads up
one's
again.
coming over. This one's going to hit the car, maybe. It doesn't.
Oh, mate. All
It's going
right.
to go over towards Martinson and just
Does
going to
not
bounce
hit a car.
into the Martinson yard. Wow, no one in shallow right field is safe right now.
So
Throwing
2
the foul
crazy
balls.
fouls is going to make it an 0-2 count. Jacob Braun going to have a conversation with Will Carey because these Eagles really starting to figure out Carey's pitches here. They're starting to connect on them.
Andrew, I might have to grab one of those folding tables and use it as a shield if another foul ball comes over here.
I agree 100%.
There's 2 of them. I think they were placed there just for me and you.
I think we got 1 for each of us. I say we do it. I think those are also used for the Chick-fil-A food truck once it shows up.
Yep. I know what I'll be
Shield
doing
and a
after the
table.
game.
It's a double use.
There you go. I love multitasking. As that's going to be a wild pitch into the dirt. Runners are going to advance to second and third. So now Marshfield still can't stop the bleeding as there's still only 1 out here in the top of the second inning with your score being 4-0.
Again, Marshfield not really doing themselves any favors here. Now we got 2 runners in scoring position for the Eagles with 1 out. A double play seems very out of reach right now. So let's see how Carey is able to combat this.
That ball's going to get smacked on the line. Cregan's going to field that one, get it over to Moss at first base. So they're going to get the second out, but that's going to be a sacrifice ground out there for Novak. That's going to be another run for the Eagles, so your score is going to be 5-0 in favor of the Plymouth North Eagles. North has a 4 spot right now, Andrew, but we're finally down to the last out of the inning to hopefully stop the bleeding.
Good to get an out there for the Rams, but at the cost of another run. 4 runs in an inning is tough.
Here's a power bat now for the Eagles. This is Murata. Got a lot of juice in that bat, the teal bat. I like the choice on that one, honestly. You never really see a teal bat around
You
here.
really don't. I agree with that. The teal bat looks nice.
I think it especially looks nice with the jerseys, I'll have to say.
The Plymouth North jerseys are phenomenal, in my opinion.
So Carey trying to get out of this inning with minimum damage out as he almost hits Murata right there, but Murata gets away in time.
I think
Saves a broken hand.
I think minimum damage is out the window here in the top of the second.
Yeah.
I would argue that Plymouth North really broke open the gates here quickly.
I think right now I'd list the status as critical condition, but I wouldn't say life-threatening yet.
I would agree. That was a phenomenal pitch there
That was
from
a
Will
dot
Carey.
from Carey. So just do that 1 more time, and we'll be good.
What a curveball there from Will.
Count now 1-2 for Carey. Trying to put Murata away and get out of this inning with no more damage dealt. As that one's going to get hit on the line. Moss is going to fumble that one, but he's going to not even throw it over. So Murata is going to reach safely, and another run is going to come across from third base. Your score is now going to be 6-0, but I think I just heard the ump say catcher's interference. So I'm not sure what's going to happen here.
Right now it looks like nothing. The umps are going back.
Now batting.
Yeah, no, nothing really
35,
came from that. So 6-0 ball game. Runner on first for the Eagles.
So now up to bat is the power hitting catcher, McLeish. So now we got a runner on first. No more runners in scoring position. Carey throws that one at McLeish's face. Looking like a Roldis Chapman facing Andrew McCutcheon from a couple years ago.
Yeah, I mean, Plymouth North with a handful of runs in the second inning.
Literally a handful.
Yep. You saw what I did there.
I did see what you did there. Took me a minute.
Will Carey is looking a little rattled on the mound right now. Hopefully he can get out of the second inning. Just rebound, recover. Rams get back in high spirits. Get the bats going. They've done it before. We watched the Hingham game. We saw what they can do at the plate.
We did watch the game.
This game is far from over. Let's hope Marshfield can stop the bleeding while they can.
So now count's going to be 3-0 as Carey just doesn't know what he's doing right now here on the mound. Nobody's in the bullpen, so Battis still has faith in him. Here's the pitch from Carey. Gonna get a called strike, so
Good
McLeish
pitch.
right there followed the unwritten rule. Don't swing when you're up 3-0.
Great job from Carey to keep the at-bat alive.
You know, I think when you see a pitcher struggling like this, you just got to support them. And that's going to be another ball, so that's going to be a walk. Now we're gonna get a runner in scoring position here.
Yep, runners on first and second. Plymouth North has a chance to really extend this lead and really make this game hard to reach. Marshfield has a chance to get out while they can, get the bats going, and keep this game in reach. These next couple at bats, or potentially this last at bat, has a lot of stakes here today for this game.
So now here's the other Novak, Jake Novak, and yeah, Andrew, I couldn't agree with more what you're saying. To add to that, I would probably say that the color of the sky right now is probably resembling how this inning is going. It's pretty dark and gloomy.
Pretty dark, gray, cold, windy, and just terrible.
It's not rainy yet, though. So when there's no rain, there's still time for sunshine. Everybody knows that.
What a great quote.
Thank you very much. I just came up with that right now.
I'm gonna write that in my notes. I'm gonna put that in my notes right now and look at that every day.
I just got clipped. I like it.
When it's not raining, there's still a chance of sunshine.
You know, that's
Even if it is raining, there's still a chance of sunshine. Like if it's raining, just like look for a rainbow.
It's one of those things you gotta live by every day.
It's gotta be positive, man.
As I set a pitch in there for a ball, so count's gonna be 2-0.
My prediction: Marshfield wins 17-16.
I like it. I like it a lot. Carey just trying to get out of this inning with a little bit of pulse left in his body as he gets a strike. I wouldn't be surprised if Carey's pitch count's over 30 by now.
Over 30, I think it's well over 30 at this point, Tyler.
I think it's in the 40s.
We're at the top of the second, and it's felt like 4 innings have passed by.
Yeah. We've got about 4 innings worth of runs so far.
I mean,
Carey's
I could check my phone right now. We went live for the top of the second 20 minutes ago. This has been a 20-minute inning.
I mean, that's what they say, man. Baseball is a timeless sport.
If you look to your right there, they're getting Chick-fil-A ready right next to us.
They are getting ready. I'm already getting hungrier. That pitch is going to be pretty high, but good catch there from Jacob Braun to not allow another wild pitch.
That will make it full count number 4 on the day here. Full count, 2 outs, top of the second. This next pitch is going to determine a lot.
There's the pitch for Carey. Both runners go, and that's going to fall in for ball 4. That's going to be another walk. So Carey just can't seem to get out of the inning right now.
Well, now there's 2 possible outcomes after this at bat.
Yep.
Either the Eagles extend their lead or the Rams get out of it. Braun is going to have a conversation with Carey at the mound. Plymouth North has a chance to do some catastrophic damage here.
If you're Braun, a catcher I always think is one of the leaders of the team because, you know, if you're the catcher, you have the most pressure on your back. If you drop that ball, it could be catastrophic. So if you're the catcher, you got to instill that confidence into your pitcher to let him know to keep dealing, even if it's a bit of a jam.
Braun doing a great job calming down Carey. All right, let's see how this at-bat plays out.
Braun, a leader for this team, and we just saw it right there, keeping his teammate composed, even though he's struggling. Taking a big lead from third there. That one's going to go down for a ball. Marshfield players seem visually frustrated right now about what's going on the mound. Just got to stay locked in.
They must also be upset because it's cold. I mean, half of the Marshfield team is not wearing sleeves or an undershirt of any kind.
That one's going to get hit on a line. Doherty can't get to that one. Dalton's going to scoop it from center field. 2 runs are going to cross home plate, and the lead's going to get brought up to 8-0 in favor of the Eagles.
Well, there you go. I would consider this catastrophic damage. 7 runs in the top of the second earned by the Eagles. Just like that, it's an 8-0 ball game. here at the top of the second. This is kind of reminiscent of Marshfield Hingham, but unfortunately Marshfield's on the bottom end of this one thus far.
You just can't give up a seven spot here. It's very unfortunate. Now you have one runner in scoring position.
We have 2 runners on base though.
And that one's going to be a ball there. Braun couldn't frame that one in time. So it counts going to be 1-0 here for the Eagles batter. I didn't even catch David Snow saying the number of this one. So I'm going to try and check the number.
Ends with a 4.
Ends with a 4.
I'm pretty sure it ends with a 4.
So, oh, this is a deer. This is a deer, I believe. So that means the order like turned.
Oh yes, because Novik was already.
Yeah.
Wow.
The order.
Wow.
The order
they've gone through the order.
The
this
order
inning.
turned around this inning. Wow. Yeah, they said let's go 4-4. That ball's gonna get fouled back. Doesn't end up in the bed of the truck. So now I see Plymouth North. Not a bullpen piece, but they just have Pearson warming up behind the dugout right now to get back out there and keep shoving.
All right, we've got a 1-2 count here.
North's dugout's getting extra rowdy for a deer.
There we go.
And Carey finally gets a strikeout. That's all you're going to need is one strikeout to keep your confidence alive. So Marshfield gives up 7 runs in the top of the second inning, but don't go anywhere. The bats are going to try and respond in the bottom of the second. We'll be right back.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions, Moi Health and Wellness, Road to Responsibility,
Biviano General Contracting.
and ABC and LTC Insurance Agency.
Back to the bottom of the second inning after what was, I would call it a nightmare of an inning there in the bottom of the second inning. I don't want to say that, but you know it hurt.
Well, yeah, no, that definitely wasn't an ideal top of the second inning. And up to bat, Darian McGonigal already with an 0-2 count in front of him here.
McGonigal smashed that one foul. Somehow
Still,
didn't hit a
0
car. Wow.
Cardinals.
Which cars do you think are in more danger, Andrew? The cars over by the softball field or the cars on this field?
I think it depends who's at bat.
I would say that, but overall, I definitely
It's
think
100% the cars.
I definitely think
by
it's the cars over here.
Over here, yeah. Or maybe a car driving on force.
Yeah, you never know. McGonigal doing a good job of staying alive here in the at-bat. McGonigal late to that one. That fastball went very, very quick as McGonigal strikes out. Is this a pencil bat that I'm seeing?
That is the pencil bat. Alden Scopanetti has the pencil bat.
Alden Scopanetti. This guy makes great plays in the outfield, and he's got the best drip when he steps up to the plate.
Greatest bat I have ever seen.
Oh, and he smacks that one! And that's going to be down for a single for Alden Scopanetti. The pencil bat brings you magic, gives you plus 20 attributes to all of your hitting stats.
Sculpey does this. It's not the bat. I mean, the bat's a part of it, but this is just what Sculpey does. Sculpey gets on base. Sculpey rips singles, rips doubles, rips triples, rips bombs.
Kid's an absolute animal. One pitch, one hit is all it
Absolute
takes for
dog.
Alden Scolpinetti. Sculpey looking to start our rally here. As I believe that's Owen Cregan up to bat now.
It is, yep.
Owen Cregan. I met this guy when I was a sophomore. We had Miss Keogh, now Miss Fazzino's geometry class together, so I've known the guy for a long time. Great dude.
I met Owen Cregan. I met him in kindergarten. We were on the same soccer team, but
that's awesome.
I became familiar with him in 6th grade at Furnace Brook.
That's pretty awesome.
Classic. Love Furnace Brook.
Love Furnace Brook, even though you and I barely did any time at Furnace Brook, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, we did not live what I would call a normal middle school experience.
I would say I did a year and a half at Furnace Brook.
Yeah, me too.
Now Cregan down 1-2. Pearson puts a lot of velo on that one, and Cregan gets down on one knee swinging at that one.
This is the Pearson that we saw warming up.
But Pearson
throwing absolute gas with some off-speed curveballs and honestly
batting.
even some on-speed curveballs.
Catcher,
Yeah.
number 14,
When you can throw a
Jacob
curveball
Braun.
with like a 7-mile-per-hour difference, it's not going to be a good day. That's just scary.
Yeah, it's tough.
Scolpinetti in prime stealing position right now. He doesn't go. Gets back to the bag. So 2 quick outs now for Plymouth North. But we
Regardless of the score result, it's a win that we got to hit with the pencil bat today.
Yes. The pencil bat, man. I'm thinking about getting one, but I don't know what I'd really use it for. You know what I mean?
I would assume baseball.
Yeah, but, I don't really be playing that much.
You don't, but I mean, what else are you going to use a pencil bat for?
That is true, yeah. I mean, I could use it for, like, breaking stuff if I really need to.
A rage room? Have you ever been in a rage room?
I have not, but I would love to go to one.
I think it would actually be so much fun.
I think it'd be very stress relieving to go to a
I
rage
agree
room.
100%.
I think we just made a plan for after the sports season. I would love to go to a rage room
Sounds good.
personally.
Let's go.
So I believe
Let's go today.
Let's go today after the game.
What if the rage room is super cold, so you get really upset that it's super cold, and then you get even more upset?
I think that'd be elite marketing right there. Have you ever done an escape room?
I have.
That
Oh
one's
my
gonna
goodness.
get smacked. That ball was hit about 1,000,000 miles an hour. So that's Jacob Braun, the catcher, gonna reach. Now we got maybe a 2-out rally coming here for Marshfield. As you got Scolpinetti now into scoring position and Braun over there on first base.
Great hit there from Jacob Braun. I mean, the exit velo on that was probably ridiculous. Sculpey and Brawny with the 2 hits on the
batting.
inning. You absolutely love to
Pitcher,
see it.
Number 12.
Now we got Will Carey batting.
Carey.
Carey looking for a redemption shot here at the plate.
Some
Sign
people
up-
call him squills.
Squills.
Squilliam.
Squilliam.
Will Carey.
Puts that one in the air. Gonna go into shallow outfield. Second baseman's under that. Second baseman grabs it. That's Novak. So Marshfield gets 2 runners on base there to break up Pearson's perfect day. But they couldn't capitalize. So now
Pearson's perfect day into the
Pearson's
first.
perfect day ended in the very first at bat of the game.
Yeah.
My apologies. I was thinking the shutout, but the shutout is still in play.
The shutout is still in play.
After 2 innings, your score is going to be 8-0 in favor of the Plymouth North Eagles. Actually, Yvana Osborne's Plymouth North Eagles. Shout out to Yvana back in the studio, running the scoreboard for you guys today and giving you guys these great commercial breaks like you're about to see right now. We'll be right back.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions, Moi Health and Wellness, Road to Responsibility,
Biviano General Contracting.
and ABC and LTC Insurance Agency.
Gentlemen, welcome back to Marshfield High School, as we've got, not as big of a nail-biter as we'd hope right now, but there's still a lot of baseball left to be played here in the top of the third. We have a pitcher change from Marshfield, so Bat has put in Alden Scopanetti, who, as you saw in the bottom of the second inning, got a hit with the illustrious pencil bat. So Scopanetti is going to look to put him down 1-2-3 here. As a change of scenery here for the Eagles, we've got a lefty on the mound.
I mean, regardless of the score, I think Coach Battis and the team still just want to have fun on senior day. It's the seniors' last couple of days of school. The seniors are well aware that they're playing the best team in the state. And the strength of schedule will combat the point differential. So really, this game does not really affect their rankings. If anything, it'll help them. So I think Marshfield is going to, yes, the Rams rankings, because their strength of schedule is not going to move, and their point differential won't really move either. So I think the Rams are just going to have some fun with this game.
Dude, Scopanetti, kid's got a nice lefty release. That's a little leg kick up. I don't know what it is. Seeing a lefty pitch, I don't know. It's just more entertaining. I guess because it's less natural.
I would agree with that.
There's a second pitch from Scopanetti. Boom! Swings right past that one. That's going to be a strike, so the count's going to be 1-1.
Alden Scopanetti has been compared to Aroldis Chapman by some.
Aroldis Chapman, okay. Just a flamethrower?
Yeah, just an absolute flamethrower.
I mean, looking at Aroldis Chapman now, dude's like on the wrong side of 35. But he's still pumping velo like you've never seen. What did he hit, 104 miles per hour the other day?
Yep. Scopey has also been compared to Randy Johnson. That's
Really?
another one, yep.
I knew Scopey was a tall man. I didn't know he was that tall.
Just a left-handed beast.
Left-handed demon.
Yeah, Scopey is, I believe, 6'5".
6'5"?
Yep.
Wow. That's like only 5 inches shorter than Randy. Wow. So now Scopanetti, I believe he has, it should be a full count because I think Batter just fouled that one off. So there's going to be another foul.
That has to be car.
And it was
oh
not
my
a
goodness
car.
gracious,
Wow.
no car.
I like how we're always just waiting on a car to get hit.
Because,
we're
if you
all
park
ready.
over there, you have to be willing to pay the price for parking your car over there.
You gotta like brace for impact. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Winter is coming. John Snow.
Hopefully not. I hate winter.
I don't like the winter that much either. But Scopanetti's going to give up a walk there in his first at bat. As what was that? Full count number 7 on the day.
That was full count. Yes, number 7 of the day.
Now batting, shortstop, number 2, Matt Nardone.
So now up for Plymouth North is Nardone. I believe Nardone's a hooper as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Nardone. Yep.
Kid could put the ball in the basket as well. Let's see what he can do here on the baseball diamond. Moss is ready for this pickoff attempt. There's the pitch from Scopanetti. That's going to get called a ball. That was a good pitch there from Scopanetti regardless.
Good pitch. A little high for ball 1, but good pitch. The fellas are back. Jack Laporte, J.D. Ambrose, Sammy Holt are back.
We're back. Yep.
Back here for some third inning action.
Got some loyal Marshfield fans here in the building today.
Scopanetti with ball 2.
Not even in the building. We're just on the field. So it looks like, Andrew, they're moving the Chick-fil-A stand away from us, which I'm not too fond of.
Not the biggest fan of that.
I like having it be easily accessible, but now they're going to put it over by David Snow.
I mean, it's definitely smarter for them to put it where there's way more people than where we are, where it's kind of isolated and sad.
It's just more convenient for us, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
As that pitch right there got called to strike, so it count's going to be 2-1. Scopanetti tries to pick off runner there, but he's unsuccessful. Now I'm going to get back to facing Nardone. Scopanetti's even got, like, the devilish stare when he's looking down at his batter. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, yeah.
kneels over, pops him up. That should be a pop out. Cregan's going to track this one down, but it's going to go into the glove of Avery Clark. Avery Clark moved into right field when Scopanetti got put on the bump.
Yep. Love to see that there from Avery Clark. Doesn't get too much time as a senior. Able to make the play there.
Now batting,
Great work.
right fielder, number 6, Noah McKenzie.
Here's Noah McKenzie now back up to the plate. I think order's turning around for the 3rd time today. You can always tell it's McKenzie with that beautifully orange. I hope it's an Easton bat, because I know the Easton orange bat is like the staple of all the bats.
Yeah, I would say so.
But regardless, you always can tell it's McKenzie by the orange bat. And the only lefty in the line, one of the only lefties in the lineup, because I believe they pinch hit for Kenny. His pitch Oh, wow. Scopinetti almost drills him in the face right there. I was going to say, for Scopinetti, you love to have this lefty-lefty matchup. It's just something about a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. It just throws him off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a lefty batter's least favorite pitcher. Oh my goodness. Moss almost got that. I thought that was called fair.
I say that's foul. Avery Clark still scoops it regardless.
Yes, sir. Great scoop there from Avery Clark.
Looked like he was sipping soup. As I see a helicopter in the air, I really hope that's not the Terminator.
That wouldn't be the best thing ever.
I think he's been retired for a while, though, so I don't think he's going to be stealing any choppers today. You a fan of the Terminator movies?
Not really. I mean, I haven't really seen them, so I can't really share an opinion on that.
If you haven't seen them, I can't really have an opinion. I just started watching Mission Impossible recently because I want to prepare for the new one.
How's that?
It's going pretty good. I've only watched one so far. It's just because you really need to lock in when you're watching them because there's about a million twists and turns. And Tom Cruise just does what Tom Cruise does best and does crazy stunts. So now
yeah, that's fair.
Counts even at 2-2. Scopinetti looking for the pickoff. That one's going to get hit on the ground. Moss scoops it. Cregan's going to go over to try and cover the bag, but they're not going to get the first in time.
Great play there from Moss. Unbelievable reaction time. The scoop and the throw to second.
So Nardone's going to be gone, but McKenzie's going to be safe over there at first base. So now Scopinetti got 2 down with no runs given up just yet.
Will Novak.
Andrew, I got to just keep walking around in order to keep my body warm. I mean, just trying not to get too cold. But at least this time I dressed appropriately for the weather, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and that one's going to get popped up.
Appropriately.
That should be out number 2. No, never mind. That's going to go into the road. And that one's going to be over there at the pits. I think that one actually just hit off of a tree branch. And is in the middle of the road right now. Now someone on Marshfield's going over to retrieve that baseball. Moss is ready for the pickoff there. As batter's going to step out of the box, and I think Scopinetti's stepped off the mound. Now they're both going to step back in. Scopinetti giving the death stare, watching over at McKenzie for the steal attempt. That ball's going to get crushed into left field. McGonigal can't field that one, but now he's going to get it to the cutoff man, Jack Doherty. Runner thought about digging in for third base, but he just gets a stand-up double, so that's going to be an RBI double there for Plymouth North, getting the score up to 9-0.
I mean, he definitely would have been safe at third base, but he decides to hold it up. 9-0 is now the score. Plymouth North really close to getting double digits.
Now, we just saw 2 little lacrosse goalies walk by, Adam Nutley and Dylan Burho. Kids are standing on their head this season in net, so if you want to check out lacrosse, I believe might be covering the game Friday at home, so stay tuned for that.
Pitch hitting, number 14, Sean Anderson.
Now up to bat for the Eagles. This is Anderson trying to drive in that 10th run to get Plymouth North in Mercy Rule territory. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be foul. Going to stay right in front of him. Braun goes and scoops that one up. Scopinetti trying to get out of this one with only 1 run allowed.
2 outs, runner in scoring position. Plymouth North has a chance to extend this lead to double digits.
That one's going to get smacked on the ground. Mikey P can't field it, but Doherty snags that one out of the air, gets it over to Moss, and they're going to call that out. What a play from Jack Doherty.
Unbelievable scoop and throw from Jack Doherty.
Hey,
saves a run there.
Might have made the error at short earlier in the game, but that was a huge play from Doherty to get out of the inning.
Great play there. Oh my goodness.
Going into the bottom of the third, your score's going to be 9-0 in favor of the Eagles, but don't go anywhere. Marshfield's bats can still pick it up. This game is far from over. We'll be right back.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions, Moi Health and Wellness, Road to Responsibility,
Biviano General Contracting,
and ABC and LTC Insurance Agency.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Marshfield High School. As the order for Marshfield's finally going to turn around here in the bottom of the third inning. Jack Doherty's back up to the plate. Doherty just made one of the better plays I've seen at shortstop in my career of calling baseball. It's been a very short career so far, but it's been a very fun career as well.
That really was a great play there from Doherty.
We saw Michael Arenado Purpura miss the ball, but Doherty was like, "Don't worry, man, I got you." It's like watching Adrian Beltre and Elvis Andrews.
Adrian Beltre, man, what a time.
What a guy. I loved Adrian Beltre's no doubter thing when he'd get down on one knee and ask the pitcher to marry him.
It was cold.
But then he'd put the ring away.
It was cold. It was so cold, dude.
Doherty's going to smack that one into right field. That one's going to get down. Right fielder's going to scoop it. Doherty, 2 for 2 on the day now.
Yeah, Doherty having a day on the field and at the plate.
So good hitting here from Jack Doherty so far. Gotten on base. I said base. My apologies there. On base 2 times now. Now here comes Captain Anderson Dalton. Dalton got on base as well, but got caught stealing in the top of the first.
Anderson Dalton.
That ball's going to be outside. 4-1. Doherty gets back over to first. Doherty playing with the idea of stealing right now.
He was able to get to third last time we said that.
Pearson knows better than to pick him off this time. That's going to be a strike. Good pitch there from Pearson.
1-run counting here for Dalto. Dalto is probably the best guy in the team.
You know what I think the MIA should consider just for entertainment purposes?
What's that?
Each pitcher, when they're on the mound, one point during the game should get to do a run-up pitch and just put their entire arm into this throw to see how fast they can throw it.
Imagine you get hit in the head.
Yeah, that would suck. So maybe we got to do some thinking on that one.
I wonder how far these pitchers can throw with a full run-up.
I would be curious. How many steps would you say you need to count as a full run-up?
Like a Happy Gilmore golf swing, that type.
Okay, yeah, so like 3 or 4?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. That's
Like maybe
reasonable.
like a couple like skip hops. Because like running isn't really going to do anything. It's like the skip hops to get your full momentum.
Yeah. I would say when I try the Happy Gilmore golf swing at like a driving range, I think I hit the ball straighter when I Happy Gilmore than when I do when I set up normal.
I think I've made contact with the Happy Gilmore swing like twice in my life. I would argue.
It's all about
twice.
the eye contact. You just got to see your target when you're doing the goofy run up.
Dalton strikes out, and Doherty almost gets caught picking there.
I mean, good reaction there from Doherty to not
Now
get picked
batting,
off.
Third
Avoid the
baseman,
double play.
number
Almost got
13,
picked off there.
Mike Papura.
Now here comes Mike Papura, third baseman. Absolute god tier defender.
Mike Papura, elite third baseman. Emphasis on the elite
Yes.
third baseman.
Elite would be in all caps.
Elite would be in all caps.
Mike Papura gets a very hard worker too. He's a football player, long snapper. I remember I would catch a lot of long snaps for him on the sidelines last year when he prepped for games.
That is road
That ball in the street.
in Forest Street.
Another one for Forest Street. So now Papura down 0-2 yet again, but we saw Papura stay alive for a little bit in his last at-bat. Trying to get some sort of rally going here from Marshfield. This pitch from Pearson. That ball's low.
Good eye there from Perp.
Big perp. You've heard of big perk, and now we got big perp. I'd take big perp over big perk in a heartbeat.
1,000,000%. Big Perk is the worst.
Big perk's a casual. That one's going to be a ball as well. Papura's worked the counts at 2-2. Pearson sets. Here's the pitch. Papura late on that one. He strikes out.
Yeah, Papura just unable to catch up to it. As a lot of these Marshfield players are unable to keep up with the speed of Pearson's pitches.
They're not used to a pitcher that has as much velo as Pearson does. Pearson's definitely one of a kind. Definitely the fastest I've seen anyone pitch so far at these baseball games.
Yeah, for sure.
So now here's Moss stepping back in. That one's going to be low. I was wondering what that stepping was.
Yep,
It's a
it's
North player's
cleats.
cleats. Moss checks his swing. I'm just going to say he didn't go.
A little all too used to that sound from soccer.
So now, they're going to say Moss did go, so now count's going to be 1-1.
2 outs, 1-1 pitch. Marshall's got to try to get something here.
Moss barely going to foul that one off, so he's going to stay alive, and this at-bat count's now going to be 1-2. I'm just hoping Moss gets another one of those meatballs that we saw the other day versus Hingham. Andrew Youngworth looking for practicing his midnight party dance moves right now.
See what Moss can do here. Yeah,
That one's going to be outside.
Cotton Eye Joe, because why not?
It's a great dance.
It
I
is.
would say, what would you prefer, the Cotton Eye Joe or the Electric Slide?
Ooh.
I think Cotton Eye Joe's more classic, but I think the Electric Slide is just smoother.
I would agree with that.
So Moss is going to hit that one over to short. Going to fling that one over. Moss is going to be out. So that's going to be out number 3. Marshfield still scoreless after 3 innings. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here for the top of the 4th inning.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions, Moi Health and Wellness, Road to Responsibility,
Biviano General Contracting.
and ABC and LTC Insurance Agency.
Welcome back to Marshfield High School, as not really in a nail biter right now. Scores 9-0 in favor of the Plymouth North Eagles. But we have one more lineup change here today in the lineup. So we're down one senior now in the field. They put in Cole Summers at shortstop, the Pitcher League All-Star. So now Marshfield looking like they can trying to limit the damage here with more defense. So, Andrew, what do you think of this decision to put Summers into the game?
I like seeing Summers and Holt in the game. Most seniors still out there.
I didn't even notice Holt out there in left field. I think I got to get a new contact prescription. So here's the pitch from Scolpinetti. That one goes right at the batter's elbow, but that's going to get put in for a strike. So that one just cut back at the very last second. Good pitch there from Scolpi.
See if Scolpinetti can keep it up here.
So me and Andrew were just having this debate off camera. We want you guys to tell us in the chat, who has the best fry out of any fast food chain? Very common answer here is McDonald's, which I would agree with. I just don't think McDonald's is that consistent. What do you think, Andrew?
I think McDonald's is solidly consistent. I think their fries are pretty similar every time.
I think it's just because I go to McDonald's at random hours. It's never the same time, so stuff isn't like as fresh. So now Scolpinetti's worked up a 1-2 count, trying to get a put away here. That was a very, very off-speed curveball right there. Tried to get him to chase at that one. Doesn't work, so now count's going to be even at 2-2. That pitch is going to be a ball. So Scopanetti tried to dot right there, but now, Andrew, what are we at? 8 full counts on the day now?
That is full count number 8 on the day, yes.
So yeah, 8th full count of the day. Scopanetti trying to get the put away here. There's the pitch. That one's going to be outside for a ball. So that's going to be a walk there to start the inning for Scopanetti. So on base there, that is number 12. That is Ben Condon, a senior here for
number
Marshfield.
13, Cal Condon.
Not Marshfield. That is Condon, a senior for Plymouth North. Sorry, I'm so used to saying Marshfield.
What a pitch there from Scopanetti.
Absolute dot there from Scopy.
Off-speed pitch, got him to swing early.
This is the other Condon up to bat now, I believe. So they might. I think they're brothers. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not familiar with the guys. But you know, if you see brothers back to back, it's a great sight. That pitch is going to go past Braun, and the older Condon is going to take second base. Braun gets back in time to not allow him to get over to third. But another wild pitch there from Marshfield. So now another runner is here in scoring position, Andrew, with no outs.
I mean, again, it's just another Marshfield mistake. Runner in scoring position here for the Eagles. Scopanetti, though, he's done a great job all day. I bet you Scopa can rebound here.
I mean, if anyone can, it's Scopanetti, you know. He automatically has the drip going his way with the pencil bat. So I'm just hoping to see him throw some more dots. Here's the pitch. That one goes high. Scopanetti having a little bit of trouble finding the strike zone now. It counts 2-1. That one goes right over there at Condon's head. Count's not going to be 3-1. Plymouth North's coach not too happy with that one, I think. From what I could hear from the dugout. I don't think Scorpio would do anything like that intentionally, though. He's too good of a guy. He came to tee up, to gear up, actually.
He did.
He had a good time, bought some raffle tickets. And that one's going to be high for ball 4. So now Scopanetti having a little bit of trouble finding the strike zone here, Andrew. What do you think Scopy has to do to get his groove back?
I think Scopy's got to calm down, locate the zone again. He's done a great job at it all day and all season. Bronny having a word with Scopy again. Bronny's showing his leadership that he's been doing all day.
If you're a catcher, you got to be a natural born leader. You know,
thank you.
Like anytime your pitcher gets riled, you got to have his back. You know what I mean?
Yep, of course.
I think Braun's done a good job to limit the bleeding when his pitcher's struggling. So now, his pitch. Batter checks his swing. I'm just going to say he didn't go around, so that's going to be another ball here. Count's going to be 1-0. Now it's looking like Plymouth North is going to their bench as well for more hitters, just getting everybody at bats today. Now, Andrew, the sky is getting gloomy, but remember what I said earlier.
Yep.
Sun can still come out on a rainy day.
Absolutely. Let's see some magic happen soon.
And when the sun does come out after a rainy day, it makes a rainbow. And what's at the end of the rainbow? Pot of gold.
Pot of gold.
There you go. So now here's the pitch from Scolpi. That one goes high. So that's 3 straight balls for Scolpanetti. Got to assume batter's not going to swing at this one. Have some courtesy. So, Andrew, I learned that there's another unwritten rule in baseball, like the don't swing at 3-0. If a pitcher has a no-hitter or a perfect game going through like 3 innings, you can't bunt to break up the perfect game. It's like an unwritten rule.
Really?
Apparently, yeah. I guess it's not like an actual rule, it's just frowned upon.
Well, right there, that was a low pitch, and the batter swung. So now we got a 3-1 count here.
We got people breaking rules. Scolpanetti's finally able to get a strike in there. So now we're hoping he can probably turn a double play here, or maybe even a triple play. I don't think I've ever seen a triple play in person. But now Scolpanetti gives up the walk. So
I definitely have not either. Triple plays are rare to come by.
I've seen it happen. I think I've seen a triple play twice since I've been following like baseball. So now bases are going to be juiced. Battis is going to call for a mound visit. We're going to keep you right here, Andrew. Like, what do you think Marshfield's got to change right now?
I'm honestly not totally sure what the answer is. I mean, the pitcher's got to locate it, but I think the whole just vibe of the team needs to go up. Everyone's kind of sulking right now. Not really much being said. Not much energy right now.
Would you go to the bullpen if you're Mr. Battis? Coach Battis.
I wouldn't say so. Again, I mean, nothing's really going to change from the result of this game. So I think you just keep the seniors out there.
Yeah.
If you are going to go to the bullpen, you put in another senior. But right now, I would keep Scolpinetti in.
What other seniors can throw some gas?
When Cregan's out there, he can throw some heat. Jack Doherty used to pitch, but not anymore. Obviously, Tormas throws heat.
So we have some feedback from Yvana Osborne back in the studio. She says that McDonald's fries only work if they're fresh, and I could not agree more with that statement.
Yep, I agree. Good shout there from Yvana.
Shout out to Yvana. I think a fresh McDonald's fry is about as good is as good compared to other fries as Wayne Gretzky is compared to other hockey players. Undisputed GOAT. No debate at all.
I agree. Great pitch there from Sculpey.
Scolpinetti finding his groove again. He's in one of those lefty at bats that you just love to have if you're a left-handed pitcher. Basically, juice runners are all going to take a decent lead here. Scolpinetti's just focused on the guy in front of him. That one's going to fall out for a ball. The count's now going to be 2-1. Hoping to roll over something here. Roll over to third maybe at Pepera. Try and get the 3. So guy on first going to take a serious lead. Good dot there from Scolpinetti to get a second strike there into the strike zone. So now count's going to be evened up at 2-2. All you need is one out here to get the groove back. Scolpinetti has a different stance now when he's staring down the batter. There's the pitch. That pitch is going to be high. Full count number 9, I believe.
Full count number 9 on the day.
We're one away from a set of gloves. Now Scolpinetti trying to get the put-away pitch here versus the lefty. There's the pitch.
That's going to bring
gonna call a ball.
in a run.
So now score is going to be 10-0. Now we have that 10-run lead that you look for.
Now batting.
Right now, the mercy rule is currently in play.
Mercy rule is in play right now.
When the 5th inning is over, if a team is up 10 or more runs, the game is called at the end of the 5th.
At the end of the 5th inning, yes. Now batter's going to be in the box. Swings at that one. Very late on the swing right there. Thought he was going to get a hanger from Scolpinetti, but Scolpinetti
That's what he was looking for.
Put only gas, and nothing but gas on that one.
The greatest of shouts goes out to Ed Doherty here, handing us over Chick-fil-A.
What a guy.
Thank you so much.
This is such an awesome gesture here from Mr. Doherty. What an awesome
He even
man.
broke out the My Pleasure.
Wow, he really is living by the Chick-fil-A motto with the My Pleasure.
Really is a Chick-fil-A worker.
What a guy.
Chick-Billy.
Chick Billy.
Ed Doherty, who wins the Stanley Cup this year?
Ooh, yeah. Tough question.
The green team.
The Dallas
The
Stars.
Dallas Stars. Okay.
He's got the Dallas Stars winning, and I agree with him.
I do not. I'm bandwagoning my man Connor McDavid. I'm rooting for the Edmonton Oilers. My teams now are the Edmonton Oilers and the Minnesota Timberwolves now that the Celtics are knocked out. We got to see Ant-Man win. Realistically, I'll be fine with anyone
The
besides
Timberwolves winning would be fun, but for hockey, I'm just happy that the Leafs are out.
Yeah. So there goes Will Nicholson's pick. Here's the pitch from Scolpinetti. That one's going to be outside for a ball, so now Scolpinetti wasn't an 0-2 count. Now that's the first ball of the at-bat. Still trying to get the first out here this inning.
Scolpinetti peeking around the zone, just can't quite find it right now.
There's the pitch. That ball is going to get hit. That is going to go over Doherty's head. That one's going to fall into the outfield for a base hit. 2 runners are going to round. Second run's going to score, so now Northlead's going to go up to 12-0 here in the top of the 4th inning.
2 RBI single here for the Eagles. And based on Plymouth North's reaction, I don't think that is a player who plays very often.
So that right there was the big slugger, Brady Meshner. Knocking
Now
in a
batting,
2 RBI signal.
Number 20, Gavin James.
Now here's another lefty.
I mean,
up to the
honestly,
plate
you
for
love to see it
Scolpinetti.
from the kid.
Yeah,
Good hit.
When you get any player that doesn't play a lot, regardless of what team they're on, you love to see them do good. So now here's James here for the Eagles, lefty. Scolpinetti in that lefty matchup that he always likes. Trying to put him out on this one. Something just fell on the bleachers. The microphones we have are very good. You can hear like everything.
You really can hear everything.
I imagine this is what it was like when the Astros were cheating. We still don't forgive you, Astros.
I don't even want to think about it.
If you're going to cheat, you got to do it the right way, like the Red Sox. Here's the pitch from Scolpinetti. James is going to barely foul tip that one, but that's still going to be strike 2 regardless. And Andrew. Oh, what? Okay.
Interference right there?
Catch,
Yep.
Oh, so they're going to go catcher's interference on Braun. That's going to be another walk, so the bases are going to get loaded up again. Still not a single out here in the top of the 4th inning, so Plymouth North could put some catastrophic damage onto this game right now, Andrew, if they're not careful. If Marshall's not careful.
As of right now, I would argue that catastrophic damage has already been delivered. It's just about finishing up the day for Marshall. You know, just
This
getting
right
the seniors in as much time as possible.
This scoreboard right now is looking like me if I were to step into the ring with like Floyd Mayweather right now with absolutely no training.
Yeah, or any boxer for that matter.
Yeah, besides like Jake Paul. No, I'm just kidding. Jake Paul's a pretty legit fighter, I'd say.
I'd say he's solid.
Now batting number 32, Justin Smith.
So now another bench bat here for the Eagles. This is Justin Smith, number 32, another lefty. So Battis is going to keep it rolling with Scolpinetti. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be very high for ball number 1. Bases are juiced again. Nobody's out still here in this 4th inning. First baseman is going to take a very big lead. That one's going to be in there for a strikeout pitch there from Scolpi. Andrew, I don't think it's getting any warmer out here, which is pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, I would say.
Are we sure June's around the corner?
I don't know. Apparently June is in 12 days. I don't really believe it, though.
Yeah, I'm starting to have my doubts.
Feels like St. Patty's Day is around the corner.
Yeah, I know. That ball gonna get ripped foul to right, but that one's not gonna be in the range of almost hitting us this time. So our heads are gonna be safe.
Don't need to use. Well, unfortunately, the tables that were behind us are now gone, so
Yeah.
there go our shields.
We don't have any protection shields anymore. I think I might just run like behind this like storage container that's right here if I see a ball coming. That one's gonna get hit down the first base line. No one's there to field it. Runner's gonna reach safely, so that's gonna be an RBI infield single there for the Eagles. So they're gonna bring the lead up to 13-0 now here in the top of the 4th inning. Still no outs.
I mean, that's just tough. That's just an unlucky placement right there for Marshall to have to deal with.
That hit right there was like pouring rubbing alcohol on a wound. It just stings.
Yeah. So
It's just
now,
the type of pain you never want to experience in your life.
now the bases are juiced, 0 outs.
Runner's taking a fat lead over there at first base. Braun bobbles that one, but keeps it in front of him. Andrew, you were saying this game still has playoff implications in it. So due to Plymouth North being the number 1 ranked team in Division 2, Marshfield still has a chance of making the playoffs regardless of the outcome, correct?
I wonder how this is going to affect them because their strength of schedule will stay the same. Their point differential, I would imagine, goes down a tiny bit.
That one popped up, kept in the infield. That should be infield fly. Scolpinetti grabs it. So finally, Marshfield records 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning.
It's first out of the top of the 4th.
Hoping to get 2 more right away here.
Yep, 1 out, 2 more to go here.
Now, there wasn't a batter on deck, actually, it seems. So, okay, now they just pulled
The
some
Eagles weren't ready for that.
So they just pulled somebody from the dugout, say, hey, get up there, go swing the bat.
Go play some baseball.
This is number 17, Brandon Higgins. So Higgins going to get his first at-bat of the game. Higgins got that cool blue bat also.
I like the blue, man. I like the blue bat.
I'm a real fan. I didn't think a blue bat was really a thing. I've only seen, like, the Dodgers use them. But, hey, I like it.
Now batting number 17, Brendan Higgins.
Higgins, another lefty here. Scolpinetti, my guess is he's going to try and grind him into a double play here just to escape the inning with no more damage dealt. Andrew, you know what I could so use right now?
What's that?
It's things I have at home. Hand warmers. Hot hands.
Oh, yeah, hand warmers.
Derek
Yeah.
White's sponsored by them. Those things would come in handy right now.
Derek White's always got the hot hand.
Yeah. Only guy that gave an effort the other night. Still not ready to talk about it.
Last couple of nights.
Now, count here is going to be 2-1 for Higgins. Higgins trying to keep the rally going with only 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. Sky's just getting gloomier and gloomier. Here's the pitch from Scolpinetti. That one's going to get popped up in the air. That should be an infield fly. Papura's under that. Papura grabs that one. So now
That's two down.
two outs here. Bases are still juiced. Now Marshall just needs one out here to get the bats back up in the
Now
bottom of the
batting,
fourth.
number 16.
One more out here for the
Jaden
Rams to get out of the
King.
gym, get on the bat.
So I missed the name here from David Snow. I believe this guy, his first name was James, he said?
I think so.
I think this is Jaden King.
It's in the teens.
Does that look like a 16 to you?
I would say so.
So yeah, I believe this is Jaden King. If I'm wrong, my apologies. I don't have great eyesight. So this is another senior here, King, looking to put more runs on the board. Just late on that one.
2 quick strikes here from Sculpey.
Now here comes another pitch from Sculpey. That one's going to bounce into the dirt. That one's going to get past Braun, so another run's going to come in. So now score is going to be 14-0 after another wild pitch.
14-zip.
Runners are going to hold it second and third. So no more damage. So there's not going to be any extra damage added. Only one more run crosses home plate.
One more run is extra damage, though.
It's extra damage, but it could have been worse.
Right
It could have
there.
been 3 more runs.
It could have been 3 more.
It could have been,
I suppose
it could
that's
have been
true.
4 if King just, had Barry Bonds power out of nowhere. That one looking like it'll hit a car, but it doesn't. That
Not
one just
quite.
lands on the grass.
Not quite. So Sculpey still with the 0-2 count here.
I think you just got to put your entire arm into this one and just test him with the heater.
Throw some gas
Give
here.
him the fastest heater you've ever put out on the field. And that one, Summers can't make the play, so one run's going to score. Second run's going to round third base. He's going to come in. That's going to be a 2 RBI single there for King after Summers couldn't make the play over there at short. So now score is going to be 16-0 in favor of the Plymouth North Eagles. And Andrew, this is just turning into a bloodbath.
Unbelievable performance here from Plymouth North. 16 runs in 4 innings is absurd, frankly.
That one hurts. That one hurts pretty bad. So now, there wasn't a batter on deck again. So now Plymouth North's just going to stare in the dugout.
Plymouth North really is.
And just close
they're
their
just
eyes and
messing
pick
around
somebody.
at this point.
So now, up to bat for Plymouth North. This is number 13. This is Cal Condon. So both Condons are both seniors. So they might be like identical twins or something. Who knows?
Or they're just twins.
Could be twins.
I mean, they could be identical.
Could be identical. You never know.
It's just unlikely that they're identical.
I know. I feel like it's always like a 50-50 shot if they're identical or not. First pitch there from Scolpinetti's a strike. Second pitch.
There we go.
Wished at that one. Looked like he was early on that. Now count's going to be 0-2 Sculpey. Trying to put him away here and get out with any more damage left. Only got a runner on first right now. No runners in scoring position. Fouls that one off. Almost goes into the street, but barely hits the guardrail. Scolpinetti sets 0-2 count. That one's going to get held on ground. Moss makes the scoop.
There we
Moss
go,
walks over to
Moss.
the bag. Finally gets the third out of the inning there to avoid any more damage dealt here in the top of the fourth. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for the bottom of the fourth.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions, Moi Health and Wellness, Road to Responsibility,
Biviano General Contracting.
and ABC and LTC Insurance Agency.
Welcome back here to the bottom of the fourth here at Marshfield High School. Up to bat for the first time today is the freshman Teddy Holt. Holt came into the game for, I believe, Terry McGonigal. You said it was, Andrew?
Yes. Yep. Holt subbing in for McGonigal. See what he can do at the plate here.
So now Holt trying to get a rally going. He's going to sneak that one past the third baseman. That one's going to enter shallow left field for a base hit for Teddy Holt. So Holt gets the inning off to the right start. We got a base runner. Now here comes
16,
Owen Scopanetti.
Scopanetti.
1 for 1 on the day. Scopanetti's got a little fan section here behind us.
Here we go, the pencil bat.
Pencil bat is 1 for 1 on the day. Can't go wrong with it. A little early on that one as he misses the pitch. Oh, 1 count. Even though that hasn't been updated yet. Scopanetti hits that one softly on the ground over the third base, but that one's going to roll foul. Holt was ready to fly right there. I think Holt wanted 2 bases out of that one.
We got a bunch of Marshfield youth players getting ready to play their rec game directly after this.
I would love to be inserted into that rec game. I think I would hit absolute tanks.
That would be pretty fun for us to
Wow.
be a part of. That ball was
Dude, I
absolutely
blinked and that ball was in the catcher's mitt. Wow. That was very fast. Count now 1-2.
There's a strikeout there from Scopanetti.
Yeah. Sucks to see him go down, but we saw him get a hit earlier on in the game.
Now batting, shortstop, number 11, Cole Summers.
Here we go. Here's all-star Cole Summers here, up to bat playing short. Looking to get a hit today. First at bat. That one's going to fall in for a strike. So, Andrew, now that I'm thinking about it, like, Plymouth North has 16 runs, and we've both seen how hard it is to hit a baseball. So putting up that many runs over a game, that just shows that, like, these guys are pretty skilled.
Oh, yeah, no, this team is...
Because we know Marshfield's got some firepower on the mound.
Marshall's got some firepower on the mound, but this team, I mean, they're number 1 in the state for a reason.
Yeah, these guys definitely know how to swing the bat.
And they're also the reigning state champions.
That is also true.
Like, these boys know how to play baseball.
I'll say Plymouth North's done a good job after losing their ace due to graduating purposes, DK Brown.
Yeah, but I mean,
Guys are
Plymouth North is a team that reloads, dude. Yeah. Like, they're always going to be good.
They've got a Red Sox level pipeline, I'd say.
Yeah, they do. Their baseball player a couple years ago was the Gatorade Player of the Year in Massachusetts.
Wow. There you go. That just shows that public schools also have crazy talented players, not just private schools. Summers chases that one super low in the dirt. Thought it was going to hang a little bit more. So Summers is going to strike out. So that's going to be 2 quick outs here from Marshfield after the base hit from Teddy Holt.
Now batting, catcher, number 14.
Now let's see if Jacob Braun can do
Braun.
something here.
Braun, I believe, got on in his last at-bat, if
He
I'm
did.
not mistaken.
He hit a rocket of a single right through second base.
So Braun trying to go 2 for 2 now on the day. As my water hits the deck,
I was about to say, what is that?
As the ball hit the catcher's mitt, but that's okay.
Yeah,
Nothing spilled. We're good.
That was perfect timing right there.
Ron took that pitch for a ball though. Swings through that one, trying to put his entire back into that one to hit it out of the park. So he's gonna miss that one. That's gonna be a strike. Pearson sets. There's the pitch. First base coach is directly in line with the ump from you, so I couldn't see that. Ump called that one a strike. Count 1-2 now. Ron looking to keep the inning alive. Pearson sets, Pearson fires. That one's going to be just a bit outside.
Good eye there from Braun.
Andrew, you can just feel the energy at the field, like slowly depleting. We got, what was this, the JV game or the freshman game?
JV.
JV game ending. And Braun's going to chase that one. He's going to strike out. So we'll be right back here for the top of the 5th inning here on Marshall Community Media.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions, Moi Health and Wellness, Road to Responsibility,
Biviano General Contracting,
and ABC and LTC Insurance Agency.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to the top of the 5th inning. Looking like we got another pitcher on the bump now for Marshfield. That is number 18. Let me check the roster real quick. That is Colby Bouchard on the mound now.
Yeah,
I think
Bouchard on the mound.
Bouchard was playing catcher the other
No,
day.
that is 9.
That's 19? If it's
Yes.
19, that's Jake D'Antonio.
Yeah, it's D'Antonio on the
I
mound.
think I need to get a new prescription, Andrew. My eyesight's starting to fail me again.
That's D'Antonio on the mound for the Rams.
Unfortunate for me. So Antonio's first pitch is a ball. Antonio, this kid can fly with his legs. Let's see what his arm can do. So now D'Antonio sets 2-0 count.
Good frame there
Wow.
from Jacob Braun.
Good frame in there from Braun. I 100% thought that was a ball. Good frame in there from Braun to get it to 2-1.
Good pitch from D'Antonio. Good frame there from Braun.
His pitch. That one gets popped up. Not going to come over towards us. Someone's going to get under. That's going to be Braun. Braun makes a Willie Mays-esque catch right there. Leans the glove out for that one. That's going to be out number 1.
One out quickly here for the Rams.
You got to love when they turn the glove over to make those type of catches.
That's low-key. That was low-key a hard strike there from Braun.
Now
Great
batting,
catch.
Number 3.
I always find it
May.
so mesmerizing how the catcher can just throw their mask off so quickly.
I know. It really is crazy.
It's one of the greatest inventions mankind's ever made.
Right behind the wheel and the lightsaber.
Lightsaber's a pretty good invention, I would say. I've seen a lot of craziness come from lightsaber duels.
Huh?
I've seen a lot of craziness come from lightsaber duels.
Oh,
I
yeah.
voice cracked again, my apologies.
That is okay. That
Still
happens,
going through
man.
puberty. That pitch there's a strike. I believe it counts 1-1 now. D'Antonio just trying to get out of this 5th inning as quickly as possible. His pitch.
Great
Super.
off-speed pitch there from
Didn't
D'Antonio.
even look like a curveball. It looked more like a changeup.
Got him to swing early, man. He had him fooled.
I believe that's what Scopanetti was trying to do earlier.
Scopanetti did it a couple times, too.
D'Antonio fooled him right there. That one gets hit on a line right over to Tormos. Fields that one cleanly. That's going to be a quick 2 outs there for Marshfield. Tormos getting a lot of praise over here from the fans. Fan favorite player.
Yep.
Now batting, number 45, Brady Meichner.
Oh, wow. Not again. Damn.
That one was tough.
That was
tough,
bad.
Tom.
That was unfortunate. I'm just going to take the L there. Here's Meshner. Got like a Kevin Youkilis type stance. Smacks that one on the ground. That one's going to go over to Summers. Summers backhands it. Gets it
Oh,
over
there
to
we go.
Moss. Quick 1-2-3 there from Marshfield as we enter the bottom of the 5th inning. Andrew, that was the bounce back inning you need right there if you're the Rams. Now, you got a lot of work to do here in the bottom of the 5th to get back into this game. But if anyone can do it, it's Marshfield. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions, Moi Health and Wellness, Road to Responsibility,
Biviano General Contracting.
and ABC and LTC Insurance Agency.
Up to bat now for Marshfield. This is Avery Clark, the right fielder. Came in for Scopanetti. Clark now trying to get a little spark going here, Andrew, as we hope to see in this 16-0 ball game here in the bottom of the 5th.
You love seeing the seniors get their reps in.
So Clark's going to go down 0-2 right there as he swings and misses at that one. Now here's the pitch. Pearson's still in the game. That one's going to be hit high. Looking like that one might stay in. Nope, it's going to be over by Lauren's golf cart. Shout out to Lauren Poor-Jones.
That one an absolute rocket into the sky.
Yeah. Dude, fly balls scare me in baseball games, man. You just never know where that thing's going to fall. Andrew, have you ever been to a baseball game and caught a foul ball or a home run, anything like that?
No. I've had outfielders have thrown them.
Oh yeah.
To me.
They'll do that. I didn't catch it, but at Fenway they have the garters on the side when for foul balls and stuff. One of them gave me a ball one time.
Now batting second baseman, number 9, Jack Doherty.
Jack's gonna bat again.
Back up to bat, Mr. 2 for 2 on the day, Jack Doherty, trying to keep his good hitting day alive. Here's the pitch. Doherty. I thought that one was going to get ripped right at our face.
That's also what it looked like. That one's in the road and in the woods.
Doherty put that one over at the pits. So Doherty's been able to read Pearson pretty well today. It looks like Pino was trying to give Pearson the shutout to his resume. Keep that ERA low. Here's pitch. Doherty smacks that one on the ground. That one's going to stay fair. And that one barely ends up rolling foul.
Rolls foul.
So good play there from
tough roll
to avoid second out. So Doherty 0-2 count here, 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning, which might end up being the last inning unless Marshfield puts up a 7 spot.
Unless Marshfield puts up 7 runs this inning.
Hey, we saw them put up 10 against Hingham, so anything could happen.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see what they can do. Let's see if Doherty can start that spark.
Might not be the playoffs, but anything can still happen. Here's pitch from Pearson. Very high curveball, but didn't hang enough. I'd just be so worried if I was pitching, I'd balk. Or I would throw a ball 20 feet in the air and not into the strike zone. Now Pearson's
I feel like I would probably do that once or twice.
Pearson's throwing back-to-back balls now. Doherty's evened up the count, so good patience at the plate here from him. This pitch. That pitch is outside. Doherty gets the count full. What's that? Is that 2 full hands, full counts now here on the day? Or is that 11?
I believe that is 10.
That is 10, so 2 hands. And Doherty draws the walk. So Doherty
works his way from 0-2 to ball 4.
On base 3 times now here today. Jack Doherty has not gotten put out, even though Pearson has been absolutely shoving here on the mic. Sorry if my mic was a little low. I apologize. Dalton. Now here comes senior captain Anderson Dalton, sticking with the trend of using the teal bat. I like it. That pitch is in for a strike. Dalton, just watch that one fly by.
Oh, absolutely smacked the glove there.
That's how you know that pitch went really fast. Pearson sets, fires. Dalton smacks that one in for a base hit over to right field. Doherty's going to move over to second base. Dalton's going to be in there safe at first. Marshfield now, we've got two runners on here with just 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th.
Let's go, Mike!
I like the rally here. Now we got Mikey P up to bat. See if he can maybe drive in a run here for the Rams.
A lot of power in that bat.
Mike
Papura, fan favorite around here. Could very easily leave the yard. Pearson watches Doherty to make sure he doesn't steal. Papura smacks that one back. Is that going to do it? That one hits a car! Wow, I would hate for that to be my car. Looks like you're going to need to call Safelite on that one. Or, if you want to help out MCM, call Tiny and Sons Auto Glass.
Absolutely smacks the roof of a car.
I would really hate if that was my windshield.
I don't even think that was windshield. I think that was sunroof.
Sunroof, windshield. Looks like everyone's going over to check out the crime scene right now.
Everyone's making sure that wasn't their car.
That one did not sound good.
You know the rules of parking over there. You don't do it.
High risk, high reward. I'm pretty sure there's a sign there that says park there at your own risk. So that's very unfortunate for whoever's car that was. I hope you can fix it. Mike Papura will not be paying the bill.
Mikey P just swings bats, man. That's all he does.
That's all he does. Puts bat to ball and he does nothing else. Kid can just hit. Natural born hitter. Now Papura down 0-2. Papura puts that one on the ground. Gets past the third baseman, but it goes over to the shortstop. So it's going to be a productive out there for Papura. Gets both of his runners into scoring position.
Mike
might not have scored, but productive out.
Able to advance the runners. Now we got 2 runners in scoring position here for the Rams.
2 outs. Marshfield can't avoid the shutout here. Here's Tormos.
Number 50.
Up to bat, 2 runners on. Tormos has a lot of power in that bat. If I were Tor, I'd put some corks in the bat too, get a little extra pop on that one.
See what he can do here. I'm surprised no one else on the team has used the pencil bat today.
Yeah. If I was playing, I'd definitely step out there with the pencil bat, just for style purposes. I'd probably strike out in 3 pitches, but who cares?
Just got word from my mom that was my dad's car that got hit.
Oh, that sucks.
That's crazy.
So, Andrew, if your dad needs a repair, take it to Tiny & Sons Auto Glass.
Mikey P might actually be paying the bill. I might have lied.
Oh, so you are an eyewitness now. As that ball's going to get hit on the line into left field. Tormos hits that one. Doherty's going to score. Dalton's going to round third. Holds from the left fielder, but not in time. So Tormos is going to get a 2 RBI single right there. So Tormos safe on first. Marshfield gets rid of the shutout, puts 2 runs on the board, ends Pearson's scoreless day. So good hit in there from Tormos. So Andrew, I'm very sorry about your parents' car that it got hit. But hey, think about it.
Hey,
that happening just got the Rams 2 runs.
It did. Moss gave the Rams life.
So Mr. and Mrs. Youngworth, sorry about your car, but hey, we got runs now. Oh, look, someone might be joining you. Hold on. Oh, just barely missed it. That was like a hair to the left. Wow, that must be a scary sight if you're parked over there. Your heart must sink.
Hopefully my dad learns not to park there anymore.
Yeah. So this is Holt up to bat now. The end of this game has gotten very entertaining when it comes to cars getting hit.
I would agree. You can't ask for a better ending in terms of that.
Holt smacks that one into left field. That one's going back. Center field is going to settle under that one. He's going to make the catch.
And that'll do it.
And I believe that's going to do it. I think game's going to be called due to mercy rule. So yeah, teams are going to line up. So that's going to be it. Your final score is going to be 16-2 in favor of the Rams. Not the Rams, the Plymouth North Eagles. So Yvana, Osborne in the studios, Eagles 1. I'm Tyler Pinheiro here on the mic. Andrew Youngworth on camera and on color commentary. Yvana, Osborne back in the studio. Thank you guys so much for listening and good night.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions. Repel Pest Solutions is a full-service pest control company protecting residential and commercial properties from nuisance pests that carry germs and diseases. They are a small, family-run business from Marshfield, licensed, insured, competitively priced. We work to understand your needs and offer an integrated pest solution that's environmentally friendly. Don't be afraid to bug us. Moi Health and Wellness. Moi Health and Wellness is owned and operated by nurse practitioner Christine Murphy. We are an integrative wellness center offering medical weight loss, men's testosterone therapy, functional medicine consults and labs, vitamin therapy, Advadex laser skin resurfacing, Botox and dye sport, teeth whitening, and so much more. Moi Health and Wellness has 3 locations in Lakeville, Marshfield, and Plymouth. Road to Responsibility. Founded in 1988, Road to Responsibility's mission is to provide the means, the opportunity, and the support necessary to allow citizens with disabilities to take their place as productive members of the community. We are committed to providing all individuals with opportunities to truly live in the community. Through our services, we are proud to enrich and improve the lives of every individual, one person at a time.
Biviano General Contracting. Biviano General Contracting is Marshfield's leading custom modular house builder. Modular house building saves time and money. Only 8 to 12 weeks for the entire build and saves up to 25% compared to traditional building. We also offer custom deck building, kitchen and bathroom remodels, additions, and house elevations. More information can be found at bivianocontracting.com.
And ABC and LTC Insurance Agency. ABC and LTC Insurance Agency offers clients the best competitive premiums for their insurance needs. From homeowners insurance to auto insurance to business insurance, we handle it all. Based right here in Marshfield, we find people who are looking to save on their insurance rates and make sure they are covered properly and thoroughly in the event of a claim.